Strong start. Whatever you're doing, stop it and listen to this podcast called Stop It with Zach Peterson. I am Zach Peterson. And with me today is my guest, Nick Allen.
What's up?
Nick, tell them why you're here and why they should care. You have 2 minutes. Go.
I'm here because you're a good friend, and this sounds like fun. And we're both stand-up comedians.
That's right.
We've met doing that. We're currently stand-up comedians. People want to check me out. My dates are available at nicksallens.com. I have a podcast that's been dormant for a while. I might relaunch here soon called Nick's Window Please, and that's about it.
You got more.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on, I'm on the Tyler Radio Empire.
Yeah.
Every day. You can check me out there. I tried to start a snowblower a bunch today. My hand's sore. I'll be slowly recovering from that. Is that it?
I mean, it's up to you. That's all we need to know. Very funny stand-up.
I think that's about it.
You have a record out?
Oh, yeah. It's called The Live 22. It's not on Spotify. It's on Apple Music.
Yeah.
There's a link to that on my website, nicksallens.com.
Okay. Why the plural?
Nick Allen is a very common name.
Okay.
So everything Nick Allen is taken. But I found if you add one S, sometimes you can add one S on some social media, but if you add two S's, everything's open.
Yeah, it has to be consistent, is what I'm learning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I would have Blue Sky the same as all the other stuff, but King of the River Peterson doesn't fit on Blue Sky.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't taken.
Yeah. Hard to have something taken when it doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
All right. Well, Jocelyn, you don't have to have the timer because I think we're just going to go on. All right. So we're efficient.
Did you start it to make sure it didn't take up to 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Nice.
If it's 2 minutes, I cut you off, and I'm a real jerk about it.
Good.
Yeah, people hate me. They don't even listen to the podcast anymore.
Stop it.
Yeah. All right, stop it. Yeah, that's our cue to start asking questions. All right. We will move on from questions when I say the term stop it. Usually I have a button, but I forgot to do it, and we're already recording. So let's start. You want to see who can chug our waters faster?
All right, I'm not good at chugging. I don't have much water left.
I don't have any water. 1 second. Keep it rolling. All right.
I have this much water left.
Well, let's see who wins.
So I think I'm going to win, right?
Yeah.
I'm bad at chugging, though. I think you might have a shot.
Let's get a whole other one.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way that this can end poorly.
I've never been good at chugging. Are you a chugger?
No, I'm not a chugger.
Yeah. This is exactly how I was hoping that something like this would start. All right, well, cheers.
All right, cheers. 3, 2, 1.
We drinking the whole thing? I might just let you take this one.
We're gonna have to pause in like 5 minutes when I have to pee.
So I was like, I don't stand a chance, man. Yeah, look at that. I didn't even make it past the label.
Well, in retrospect, I shouldn't have taken it so seriously. I could have just moved on. There's no rules, and there's no prize for this. This is all pride, you know. And this shows problems with my ego.
I love that you wrote all these questions. You have what, 600 questions?
More than
roughly?
that, yeah. I do 50 a week now.
What number do you think that one was?
Oh, geez. I mean, do I still have it?
So towards?
Do we know what happened to it?
They're numbered?
They are numbered. Oh, we're going to get up so many times. All right. That was number 374.
Nice.
So I had 373 better ideas than this one.
Or it took all those to get to that one.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good way of looking at it. Probably the wrong way to look at it, but it's a good way to look at it. All right, stop it. I don't think we accomplished anything there. We didn't learn anything about anything.
I feel good about it.
What we definitely learned is I'm one of those. If I had a kid, I'd probably yell at the baseball umpire. That's why I don't have kids, because I'd be mean to volunteers. Is there anything you think you have wasted a lot of time on?
Stand-up comedy? Well, currently it's like Instagram Reels.
Right.
That's such a time. So if I know I have something where I've got to wait here at the office for 20 minutes, whatever, I'll start watching that, and time it goes into a complete vacuum.
Yeah.
Just disappears.
I had to take TikTok off my phone because I was just in bed doing that.
Yeah.
And I do that for hours. So what I do now instead is I go to YouTube and I watch compilations of TikTok.
That's better.
Okay.
Maybe. Dude, and sometimes the reels, like, the algorithm will be off, at least on Instagram, or sometimes it'll be very funny stuff. Like,
Right.
I'm sending every other reel to my son or my daughter when I'm like, this is great, can't wait for them to see this. Then other times just like, hey, do you really want to see this one? I'm like, yeah, it's like restricted content. It's just some guy getting his head crushed by a train or something.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I guess we're going to go with the dark ones today.
I just don't know how those are allowed on most of the platforms. Like the crap you can see on like Facebook and Twitter now. Like I'm off Twitter, but like I'd go on there and I'd just be like, "What? No!" Like there shouldn't be you accidentally see that crap, right?
Right.
Like there's no thing where I'm like, well, actually, I guess someone getting murdered is kind of good today. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, but you can't see a boob.
Right. I'd be more open to that than murder.
Yeah. That's not going to warp your brain the way it does just seeing somebody
Right.
get shot
Right.
or a horrific car accident or something. It's bad.
It is. Yeah.
But I waste a lot of time doing that.
Yeah, just, man. Okay.
I wasted time shoveling snow today.
That's not a waste of time. That's a community good.
But it just disappears like over the sun. Like if you plant something in the yard or whatever, you can be like, oh, there it is. Like shoveling the snow, it just vanishes.
Yeah. Well, that's a very like why should I shovel the snow? Snow's not gonna be here in 3 days.
Right.
All right. Yeah. Good call. I'll tell that to the HOA next time I don't shovel.
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Like,
ticket
yeah,
me
why don't
3
you
days.
come back with me in this in 2 weeks? They'll be like, oh, we can't. Yeah, exactly.
Right. All right. Stop it. Let's
You
see.
brought that button in. I thought the button, is that not for the stop it?
Sometimes it's just something silly. Other times, I don't know. Like I haven't sorted out exactly what I want to do with it.
Right on.
You know, it'll be featured in some episodes, and some people say too much, but I don't know. Watch the Tyler Walsh episode. That'd be a too much episode.
Okay.
Because it's car screeching tires, and so every time we move on from an episode for a question, it's supposed to be like us driving away.
It doesn't beep?
It's recordable. I can do whatever I want with it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I should not have one of those.
Yeah. I can do whatever I want. And honestly, whatever I've wanted hasn't been good enough. I'm being honest.
That's fine. I'm looking at this. I forgot to mention the radio show I'm on at the beginning of it. They're like, what do you do? I'm like, I guess we're off for 2 days, and I forget that I'm on it.
No, I've got a website.
Yeah.
I'm also on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't they do video?
I don't think they want. I don't think they want that. We'll say that.
They don't want to. Okay, good enough. When do you think Omaha is going to get a good dim sum restaurant?
I wouldn't know. I don't think I've ever had dim sum.
Really?
What is it?
It's essentially like I think Chinese tapas.
Okay.
Right? Like small plates where you go into a place and you order an order of dumplings. You get 6 dumplings and then you share with a bunch of people. So you order like 7 or 8 different things. It's just a bunch of little stuff.
And there's not a good one of those here now?
No. Well, I mean, like Gold Mountain has like a little bit, like it's a few, but not enough to where you can really be satiated and have a good array of things. Like there used to be this place, well, it still is a place in Chicago, and I go there when I go back. It's down in Chinatown, and it's just like a banquet hall, and there's like 40 different options, and it's all incredible. And there's also a place called Din Tai Fung in L.A. that I used to go to. It's also, if you ever go to Vegas, it's at the Area Hotel, and that's where we're having the dinner the night before my wedding in Vegas. Yeah, because I love dim sum so much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned like world-class cities, and I'm going to venture to say Omaha never gets one.
I don't know.
Sorry, Zach. I'm sure you want it to happen, but I don't know. Maybe it's like the elusive, pro hockey team or things that people think the city's always going to get.
Right.
They're like, oh, maybe the Tampa Bay Rays will play here this summer. No, they won't.
What would you rather have, a hockey team or some good dumplings?
Dumplings.
Yeah, me too.
Year round.
Some soup dumplings? Oh boy, you ever have soup dumpling?
No, I do like dumplings though.
Yeah, it has soup in it.
That's how do they do that?
I don't know. It's awesome. It's just like a dumpling that you have to be very careful eating because if you puncture it, because it's just a sack full of liquid.
Yeah.
Then you'll spill your dumpling.
That's nuts.
You ripped your sack. Now you have gravy all over you.
Can you eat it in one bite?
Yeah,
That's good.
that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I think that would be better than the dumpling place isn't going to have away games.
Right.
Like it'd be in town all the time.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, and I love it. It's a good place to have like a big dinner because everyone's like picking off everyone. Also, we've got an influx of probably 3 or 4 that I've heard of in the last year of Korean fried chicken places.
I've seen these. I've never tried it. Is it good?
Yeah,
What's the difference between fried chicken and Korean fried chicken?
it's just sort of different sauces. Like Korean fried chicken is more of like a sort of a. I mean, it doesn't taste like this, but the thought behind it is more of like a chicken wings, where there's different sauces, but it's like more of a fried chicken texture. But there's going to be like a sort of sweet and sour. There's this place in Chicago called Crisp that would like have a thing called Soul Sassy, which was like a sweet teriyaki, one of the best things in the world.
It sounds good.
Okay. Well, I mean, if I could talk about food, like
Same.
Hey,
Dude, I've been craving fried chicken. My wife and I just went to, we were in a hurry to get lunch. We made a mistake. We wanted to go out to eat for lunch, but we were behind. We had to drive through KFC. I had their just regular fried chicken sandwich. Disappointing.
not a good place.
You like their fried chicken?
No,
No.
I don't like.
You like grocery store fried chicken?
Yeah, I can get behind that. Yeah, I prefer broasted though.
Yeah.
Like I find, like, I mean, like if I think there's a chasm between good and bad fried chicken because I think most fried chicken isn't that great, but the good fried chicken I've had is some of the best food I've ever had. So it's like if I can find good fried chicken, like there's this place called Gus's, like in Chicago and Memphis and LA, like it's like a chain. It's incredible. Austin, best fried chicken in the world. It's Memphis based, but like it's just so good.
That sounds good. That sounds very good. I kind of messed up my day today by having a giant burrito from Lena's. You ever been to Lena's?
I have been to Lena's.
Dude, yeah. And the burrito, I cut it in half, being like, maybe I'll only eat half of this. And that's not how it works.
Yeah.
You eat the whole thing. Because then I want half of the second half. I'm like, I'm not going to save a quarter of this burrito.
Right.
So I'll just eat.
Yeah, you can't save part of burrito. Like that's not a burrito isn't a leftovers thing.
No.
Unless you have a burrito bowl. Like, you have to destroy the structure of a burrito to enjoy it, which is almost like a philosophical thing.
It is.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow. This is a very interesting podcast.
What would you consider that destroying something to enjoy? Is that Buddhist?
I don't know. I think I'm way beyond
metal?
I'm way beyond my depth here. I said something like, "Isn't that a philosophical point?" Yeah. Explain. No.
Right? You ever say a word and you're just hoping somebody doesn't ask you what it means?
Yeah. Is there a word? Yeah. There's definitely. I say that stuff a lot. Not duality. Dichotomy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. I use it all the time. It's essentially like a gamble. You're like, how about this word? And no one says anything. And you're like, yeah, that's
My
right.
kids will call me out on that.
Yeah?
They're like, what's this mean? I'm like, I don't know. I got it was banister is about as far as I could go in explaining what something is.
Banister?
Yeah.
Like a handrail? Like, I call a couch Davenport.
Yeah.
I don't know why. All right, stop it. We got way off the
Is that a
topic
dichotomy? We'll never know.
It is. Yeah. We got way off of dim sum, which is wonderful food. Oh, this is a long one.
Uh-oh.
What do you think Arthur Schopenhauer meant when he said, "It is difficult to find happiness within oneself, but impossible to find it anywhere else"?
Yeah, that's deep. This is from a guy who I don't know if I'll ever be happy, but you kind of have to you can't count on other people to make you happy.
Right.
And you can't count on other things to make you happy. Be like, once I get, this Bo Jackson card, I'll be happy or whatever.
Right.
Or once if you have goals or whatever, once I accomplish this, it'll be this. It's like, no, it's something you just kind of have to carry with you or work on getting as close to it as you might ever get.
Yeah. That's good. And I also like your the thing at the beginning. I don't know if I'll ever be happy, so take this with a grain of salt.
But is that like maybe that's a way to be as happy as you're gonna be?
Right.
To be really like, I'm not gonna be the guy who's just like, oh cool, man. I'm not like who is there like a popular figure or somebody you would think is you look at and they're like they're happy?
Right. I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what happiness is, to be honest.
Yeah. Honestly, like I don't know, I might have to edit this or whatever, but like I don't think I'll ever be as happy as a kid with Down syndrome at the zoo.
Yeah, I might need to edit that.
It raw.
Yeah.
Yo.
Sure. I mean, there's I understand. I mean, I understand what you're saying. The innocence,
Like just like
right?
innocence, like true happiness. And I don't know if it's once you get older, if that kind of goes away.
I mean, I think that's just innocence, right? That's just
Yeah.
like the idea that the more you know, the more there is to dread, you know, and to be unhappy about, you know, because I think people look back at their childhood fondly because like, oh, it's so free and fine and nice. Yeah, it's because you didn't have to pay any bills. You didn't have you didn't have the understanding of death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You didn't have any relationships that went away. Everything was the same every day. And that's where like, you know, sadness comes from. So like, yeah, of course we want to have that happiness. Every self-help book that I've ever read always says the same thing. They always come at it from like a point of view, and at the end there's like, I don't know, we just gotta learn to be okay with not being okay. Moving on. It's like, you could just told me that.
That's what it is. You're like, great, thanks, Jelly Roll.
I don't know if Jelly Roll is a reference to like a famous, like, you know, smart person or like.
No, he's a
Did you read his
morbidly
book?
obese, face tattooed,
Yeah.
the soul singer for guys that drink Monster, and he has a song. My son loves him. He's the exception, I'll say. And, he has a song where he said, "I'm not okay, but it's still gonna be all right," or being okay with not being okay. Like,
yeah. Okay, I didn't know that, but I love the idea that you're just arguing with him now. Nick's carrying on his conversation with Jelly Roll again.
Right. As always, but there's time like I was happy this week, and my wife and I went to see his country singer Ward Davis, who I like a lot.
Yeah.
And he's not singing about, oh, you know, we're all like, he's singing like, I know what it's like to want to die. Like,
Yeah.
Me too, buddy.
Yeah.
Right here, it's like I'm happy hearing this guy sing about unhappy things, sitting at the end, sitting at a bar,
Right.
around other people enjoying the same thing. But
I'm very much in the same boat where I love sad music. Like I love sad music. Like me and my wife will like take turns listening to music, and she'll just be like, "Why is everything so sad?" And I'm like, I don't know. And so like I try to find like happy things to play, and it's all ska. Like the only thing, is like, you know, like she's like, I don't want to listen to sad stuff anymore. It's like, well, I hope you like Real Big Fish. 'Cause that's all I got.
The complete opposite.
Yeah.
Just cheery horns.
Yeah. That's the impression that I get. Yeah. Okay, stop it. I think we got to a good place with a Arthur Schopenhauer to Real Big Fish.
I was glad that you just threw that quote out there where like it wasn't due to be like, hey, who's this guy?
Yeah.
So I would have been still, I'd have no idea. Was he a philosopher, a poet, writer?
Yeah. It was one of those times where it's like, I'm gonna get real like fancy with my questions.
Yeah.
You know, like, because the rest gonna be chugging water. It's like, now let's talk about Schopenhauer. Schopenhauer. I don't know if I'm saying it right, to be honest. Schopenhauer. Brett Saberhagen.
I think you'll find the pronunciation within yourself.
Thank you. That's right. But no one else. I can't rely on anyone else to give it to me.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, that you probably could.
Probably someone who knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
It just doesn't Google stuff. Now this has a real answer. All right, but I don't know it. Why aren't birds electrocuted on wires?
I've always wondered that.
Yeah, it's something about grounding, right?
It's got to be. And whatever is in their claws makes it so it doesn't just zap right through them. But what happens if a wing hits it?
I don't know.
Like if a wing hits the power line?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm
no
asking you.
idea.
I was hoping you had the answers.
Dude, none.
Yeah, I mean, if they did get electrocuted, it'd be just a whole different situation in terms of, like, you think that then birds would start to learn not to land on electricity?
I think they learn pretty quick.
I mean, yeah, on a personal level they would, but like, on an evolutionary level, do you think that they would learn where it's like, birds don't go there anymore? Like deers over the hundreds of years we've had cars are still walking out in the middle of the road and getting hit by cars.
Yeah.
Do you think there would be like an evolutionary mechanism that would make them not like fear roads?
Maybe. Or there'd probably just be, maybe there'd be as many dumb birds as there are deer. That every once in a while there'd be a bird that's just bzz,
Yeah.
and it's done.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always wonder what it would like. What if you're a bird that's afraid of heights? What do you do?
I don't know.
You just hope you're a penguin or a turkey or something?
Right. Or an ostrich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't fly at all. Maybe that's why they're those.
Right. Like, I don't know if you get to choose being a bird, what bird you get to be. Or maybe that's like a karmatic thing where, if you, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. But
Can I ask you what karmatic means?
like through karma?
Okay, good.
Or the reincarnation of like, if you're a good person, then you're sort of like up the ladder. And so,
I hadn't heard that before.
Okay. I'm moving on. Stop it.
And I think the last book I read was a third of the Beastie Boys book 3 years ago.
Well, was it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
I didn't finish it, but it's long.
Yeah, we get it. We know how it ends. All right. This is 429, so I'm running on fumes at this one. Name a starting 5 basketball team from Star Wars characters.
Oh, I'm not gonna. I don't even know if I could name 5. I'll just name 5 Star Wars characters.
No, name who's your point guard from Star Wars characters, who's your 2 forwards, your shooting guard, and your center.
I'd probably put Jabba the Hutt at center.
Center, yeah.
He takes up space.
Yeah, he's gonna have a hard time rebounding over someone who's takes up the same space as a waterbed.
Maybe he should be a point guard then.
Right?
Could he pass? Does he have arms?
He has 2 arms.
Okay, we'll just keep him at the top, and he can pass everybody, and then Chewbacca, we make him the center then.
I think that'd be good. He could
rebound.
Yeah, like he'd be like a Bill Lambier ripping people's arms off.
Yeah, and then who'd Han Solo?
Mm-hmm.
He'd have to shoot Skywalker.
So like, are they going to be like the forwards?
Yeah, they'll be the.
Okay.
I'm not good at basketball or Star Wars. So let's say they shoot, and then we'll put Princess Leia out there too. Because aren't they all on the same side?
What the forwards? It's usually like we have the centers in the center, right underneath the basket.
Well, yeah, the basketball team. I'm talking about like in Star Wars. Aren't they all? Are all those people from who's the dark?
Yeah,
they're all like Darth Vader, isn't it?
They're all the good guys besides Jabba the Hutt, which is more of a gangster, more of an organized crime boss.
So he'd be perfect for point guard. He knows how to delegate.
Right? Yeah, that's good reason. I'm into that. You're not a Star Wars guy?
No. Dude, I'm anything with wizards or spaceships or any. I'm like, I don't care.
Right. Yeah, Star Wars is huge for me growing up. I haven't cared about it in probably 2 decades.
Really?
Yeah.
So you missed out on the whole next wave of all this stuff that's come out?
I saw I saw like the second trilogy, like growing up, like the original trilogy was a huge deal, and then the second ones where I sort of like lost the luster. It's like I was 19 when episode 1 came out, and I was like, this sucks. And then it was all over for me. All the rest of it after that, I'm like, I don't care. Like the first 3 are very formative, but after that, I don't care.
Isn't it easier to not be into it?
Yeah.
I like that too. Like an action movie, like Top Gun. People are like, you don't like Top Gun? I'm like, I don't care. The planes are all fast. Like, pew. Like, great.
Yeah.
I bet it's going to get kind of dramatic in one part, and most people make it out.
I think you're describing every movie.
Yes. Yeah. Like the Fast and the Furious, all this, like racing cars or like
right
action movie. I just don't care.
I imagine you just sitting out of the side of every theater. You can go see that, or they're gonna go all dramatic and stuff. Yeah, enjoy the English Patient.
Right. Like people are like, you haven't seen Rambo? I'm like, what is it? Pew pew. Like who cares? Like, I haven't. I've been fine without it.
Yeah. Have you? Do you like any movies?
Yeah, I like comedy movies, drama movies. I like westerns.
Yeah, we were gonna say some jokes. Yeah.
Right, same thing. It all just depends on your mood. And a lot of times I'm just in a mood to I don't just put a first 48 on in the background and scroll through Instagram reels until it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, that's a movie going experience. Like there should be theaters where you can just scroll on your phone. There's
Yes.
something that sort of sucks because half the movies sort of suck.
Yeah.
So like give us like this one's like a phone movie where it's like, okay, I can just look at my phone for 2 hours and then there's a movie on.
Yeah, you go with somebody you kind of like.
Yeah. Yeah. I refuse to commit to anything
Yeah.
in my life.
Right.
Right.
Popcorn kind of sucks. It's the whole thing. It's just like,
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's sort of like living a life that you don't even know if you're alive or not.
it's perfect.
Good enough. All right, stop it. Moving on. I don't even know if I need to say stop it. Once I put my hand in the bucket, we know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. Worst snack to keep in your pocket for later.
Chocolate.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
It melts.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, you're right.
I could see a banana going awry.
Yeah. What about chocolate pudding?
Chocolate pudding. Probably safer than just like a Snickers bar and a wrapper or something.
Right.
I think a pudding has a stronger seal. You'd need bigger
Yeah.
pockets.
Well, just loose pudding. It looks like you craft your pocket.
So imagine somebody bring like loose pudding to like a potluck. It's like showing up with it in their hands. I brought this.
They pull it out of their pocket. They just like scrape their pocket, make sure they get all of it.
A guy at a buffet just opened his pocket up, like scooping
Right,
pudding
right.
in there for later.
That's why I wear
Could be the
cargo
best
pants.
one, right? You just got a spoon in your other pocket. You just,
Come on.
oh no, I'm changing my mind on the pudding.
Uncle Nick's here, and he's wearing cargo pants. It's tapioca. Grab a spoon. They just hang on around your knee, eating.
Yeah. That's
pocket
bad. I can see, yeah, just
pudding.
loose fruit would be bad.
Yeah.
Strawberries, raspberries, anything that would bleed through your pants. Mm-hmm. Are we talking pants pockets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It'd be easier to keep pockets safer if it's like, a suit breast pocket or something.
Right.
See that as a guy wearing sweatpants. But
Yeah. I mean, especially hard pants. They're like more like compact,
yeah.
and then you put something that's easily crushable in there. Mm-hmm. Like, what inspired that? The scene in Napoleon Dynamite where he has all those tots in his pocket.
I was just thinking about that. Didn't somebody
Yeah.
punch him?
Yeah.
It's a danger.
Yeah. If there's anything about that movie is don't keep potatoes in your pocket.
I just turned that on the other day. I like that movie.
It's a great movie. That director, Jared Hess, has 3 very funny movies. I watched Gentlemen Broncos for the first time. Absolutely bizarre, but very funny.
What's it called?
Gentlemen Broncos.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the other
good.
one?
Nacho Libre.
Oh, yeah. Nacho
Yeah.
Libre is great.
I mean, he's very like early 2000s twee humor. It's like, isn't this silly and absurd, and isn't it weird? But, still better than a lot of stuff.
Are there movies like that that still get made? Mm-hmm. They're just not
Yeah.
as out there.
No, there's some out there ones, but
Well, I'm just saying, like in the public eye, or whatever. Like
Right.
Nacho Libre, everybody kind of knew that movie was out. But if there's a movie
Right.
that's out there like that now,
right.
I don't know, it's
it
not-
goes straight to Netflix. Like
yeah.
An Evening with Beverly Loughlin. And then the guy who made that movie made a movie earlier called The Greasy Strangler,
Nice.
which is a phenomenal movie. But don't watch it if you're afraid of old man penis, because there's a lot of it in there. A lot.
Sounds like it'd be about a wrestler. It's just about a creepy old dude.
It's about a killer that strangles people and is very greasy.
Perfect.
It's so fun. It's phenomenal. You know who introduced me to it? Casey Crawford on tour.
Oh,
and
nice.
He's like, we should watch this. You're gonna hate it. That's. But it was great.
Good.
All right, we're moving on. I don't know what the thing was about. What's the difference between Chili's and Applebee's?
I get diarrhea after leaving Chili's
Really?
while I'm at Applebee's.
Right.
Personally, I think that's what it is. I do want to try their chicken sandwich, so I keep
Right.
seeing it on TV. They're advertising it. It's like $10. I think they're trying to compete with fast food. But
Right.
yeah,
Fast casual.
I haven't been to either of those places in a while.
I went on New Year's Eve because I was doing a show in Columbus, Nebraska.
Ah.
And that's the best we're going to get, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there a long wait for both of them?
There was only one.
Oh.
Yeah. We're in a Chili's town.
That's Columbus?
Yeah.
Man.
It was
What'd you
fine.
get?
I got steak.
Really?
Yeah.
How was it?
Better than anticipated.
That's good.
Yeah, it didn't have high hopes, but it was actually decent.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I haven't been to Chili's in a long time.
But I mean, I couldn't tell. I know Chili's has baby back ribs, but I think Applebee's does too. But Chili's has the song.
Yes.
But that's all I know.
Wasn't that Timberlake?
No.
Oh.
That was the cooks at Chili's while making the baby back ribs. Are you are you completely gone from the cultural zeitgeist?
I thought that it was like, I thought he was behind that for some reason. I haven't thought about it in a while.
That's an interesting memory to have.
Maybe it was just like the harmonizing around the time because that song's been out for a long time.
Yeah, it's a classic.
I wonder if it's like in sync time.
Maybe
I don't know.
like they did like an SNL sketch where like he was just like crushing it.
Yeah. I can't stand Timberlake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everybody.
Everybody else is going to start to come around on that too. Well, initially was he's just too good at everything.
Right.
I'm like, oh great, and aside from the boy being like, people just let that go. They're like, oh, we're gonna pretend like you weren't an NSYNC. NSYNC's horrible.
I know, but it wasn't for us.
No, it's not for me. Now he's like, oh, now I can be cool. I'm like, I don't
Right.
think so.
Right. It's like you weren't ever cool. You're not going to be cool now.
Right.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And he's all acting. There'll be a movie like I'm enjoying. Then Timberlake pops up. Like, God damn it.
Is there a single good movie with Timberlake in it? Inside Llewellyn Davis. That's a good movie with Timberlake in it.
Yeah, that Social Network movie wasn't bad. He was in that.
Right.
He tries to play a tough guy sometimes. It doesn't really. Go
Yeah, we
that
shouldn't
well.
have to be forced to enjoy Timberlake if we don't
No.
want to. Yeah, I'm on the same. I'm on the same boat with that.
He pops up in like The Godfather. They redid it.
Just to
You
harmonize.
son of a bitch. Yeah.
Okay, moving on. If you could be any age for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
Oh, that's tough. If I would have ever had money at any point in my life, I
Yeah.
would have picked that one. So I'm going to pick, hopefully 5 years from now, maybe I'd have some money.
Okay, nice. Very optimistic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but probably not.
Sure.
So I should probably just, I don't know, because I've never really felt like I'm at the peak of anything.
Right.
Have you?
No, I mean, I don't think, I don't know. No. I would just say, I mean, I don't think like the setting is important, but rather the age. I would say early 30s because I'm young enough to where I can still like sort of, I can still drink without being hungover. I can still have plenty of energy and everything, but I'm old enough to have a little bit of wisdom, not enough. But I'm like a functioning adult, but still have some vestiges of youth that I can hang on to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough question because at no point in my life I've ever felt like I'm just like, oh, I'm crushing it. It's right here. This is it. Like,
Yeah. Maybe you have depression.
oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and it's what I think. I've got kids too. I've got 3 kids. Whenever I look
Right.
at how old I am, I would think about how old they were.
Yeah.
and like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, is there like a best age for a kid? Like when they're the most enjoyable to be a parent of?
I'd say it's like now because they're cool kids.
Right.
You know them more as time goes on. Like mine gets to 16. He's funny. We were laughing at we watched this is before I came here the new Vacation movie.
Okay.
And that was like funnier than I'd remember it being, but like he's old enough to get all the jokes and everything. He went to see Chad Daniels with the other night. Like,
Yeah.
it's fun. Like as they get older, there's more you could do. But then
Right.
when they're younger, you can like throw them into the couch and shit. Like that's fun too. But
Sure. It's sort of like a payoff of all your hard work. It's like you have a reasonable, cool human being to hang out with.
right.
Like a fully developed. And they're not jerks because you made sure of that.
Yeah, they're nice to like the server at Chili's and shit.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Why wouldn't you be?
Right. Because you work at Applebee's.
Yeah. I think there's like a war between the two.
There should be.
Okay. Yeah, I hope so. I hope there's some blood in the streets.
It's all sweet and sour sauce.
What do you think Omaha is missing? And you can't say dim sum restaurant.
That's what I was just gonna say. I don't know, a sense of what the city really is.
Okay. interesting.
I think people are like, oh, it's either a big. I don't think Omaha really has an identity.
Right.
But do I know that just because? Do I think that just because I live here and I see this city more than others? I'm like, oh, like I don't know where they're building a third skyscraper downtown. And people are like, oh, that's going to do downtown. But then you ever see like the overhead shot of downtown Omaha? It's like 8 blocks. It's not
right.
It's not much. There's not like an overwhelming demand for anything. But when the city puts its mind to it, they could do something. But I don't know. It always just. What was the original? What the city?
What do you think is missing? What could
missing?
use?
Probably all the stuff that they've torn down over the years. Jobbers Canyon, you know, like that. Remember when they tore down Jobbers Canyon? At the time it was torn down. It's where the ConAgra campus is now downtown.
Okay.
So at the time they destroyed the most buildings that were on the National Historical Register at one time that had ever been destroyed in history.
Whoa.
And you'd see pictures of it, and it looks like somewhere that would be pretty cool today. And at the time, I think they were, like derelicts or whatever hanging out there. They're starting fires in bins like in Batman and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the original Batman movie. But it wasn't a great part of town. They're like, oh, ConAgra will come in. Great. We'll get them, tear all this down. And now they still do stuff like that now. Like right in the middle of town, there's 72nd and Dodge where they're tearing down the mall. And it's a big opportunity to do something cool with that part of the city. But there's a Target on the corner. And they're like, well, we can't tear down the Target.
Right.
Like,
People go
no,
to
you
that.
can tear, like, that kind of stuff you can't, like, it's just, I always think it's, like, not forward looking and it's missing something. But.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, the 72nd and Dodge place is like that's one of the busiest intersections in town, and if you put something there, it could be huge, and no one has. I mean, and there's been a lot of like people that have had the contract for it, and there's like, we decided not to.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what do you think should be there? Like Peony Park again? Like,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, some more water slides.
Something. Yeah. You'd have to put it on top of the Target.
Dude, when I was
stuff like that pisses me off.
Yeah.
Man.
Crossroads was fun.
I get tearing that down.
Yeah.
An old dilapidated mall, but like if you've got an opportunity to either, I don't know, like do something cool. It's always like they can't really make like the cool choice.
But what's cool? Like what would you think is a cool thing to do? Like what are if you were to list like some things that were cool, the cool choice, what would that be?
Well, the city, like, I don't know, they put a science museum, and there's not a roller coaster or a water park, put something like that in. There used to be like water slides, put something fun in.
Right.
I don't know, something with a bait, and it'll look like all these other new little shopping malls. It'll be like, oh, it's an apartment and an office with a crappy sandwich place below it or whatever. Like, okay.
Yep. like every other place they've made.
Yes.
Like every other single it's like, I always joke to my wife, like, we'll go buy something, they're building something, go, what kind of bank do you think that's going to be? It's always a bank. I mean, because you're like, what could be exciting? Like, I mean,
I build the biggest Panda Express.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every once in a while, you'll think it's going to be a bank. So
Yeah.
Well, Panda Express this time. What?
Right.
Like,
But
that rarely happens.
Yeah. It's like, is this a bank? It's like, no, go-kart track.
Yeah.
Hell yes. Hell yes. It's just a trampoline for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Something. I mean, Omaha's a weird place. Like, isn't Mannheim Steamroller like the all-time top-selling artist from the city?
Yeah.
They suck. It's like, if you like, it's very bad.
I know.
And I don't think that guy's got a new keyboard since 1987 or something.
Yeah. And
They still play shows.
Yeah, and
They sell out.
Yeah, he sells barbecue sauce called Bry.
I bet that's pretty good. I'd try that.
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
No.
Yeah.
When it comes to a spray bottle,
That's a little.
I don't know.
I want sauce that's like.
Wait. What noise does that sauce make? No.
The spray sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather have like that makes us. That's not what I want.
Yeah. What other sauce is spray? I could see being able to spray like a soy sauce or like the liquid teriyaki.
Right. Imagine
Barbecue
you're doing
sauce.
some ribs.
Yeah.
It's
got to be more like a briny type thing.
Like
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Chip Dave, I mean, he's been successful, but I didn't know. I don't want to listen to a second of Mannheim Steamroller.
So what you're saying is that the success of Mannheim Steamroller is indicative of the lack of culture in Omaha.
Could be. It really, like, it's a city that takes pride in, like, the Omaha community players were like, this is the biggest volunteer community players. You're like, yeah, that's because you don't pay your actors.
Right.
Like,
Right.
if you paid them, I don't know, Cedar Rapids would have the biggest one. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know if that's something to brag about.
No, it's definitely not.
It's interesting. So we need a better band.
This town has, and I think it already has like an identity thing because they're like, oh, Marlon Brando lived here. They're like, well, he bounced.
Yeah.
And Malcolm X. They're like, yeah, his family was like run out of town.
Right.
And anybody else just 311, like, yeah, they took off too. Like, everybody leaves.
Right.
But then we do that. The same thing happens with comedy.
Yeah.
They're like, all these, and I feel bad too because people be like, they'll start doing stand up. They're like, what should I do? I'm like, leave.
Sure. Well, there's limited opportunities for people that work in entertainment, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, think about, I mean, you go to Chicago, there's millions of people and there's, a handful of clubs and everything. And we have some, and I mean, for a city the size that we are, we have a lot more opportunities than, say, a Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Or something like that, unless like the Packers are like giving out Netflix specials or something. but I guess what I'm saying is like, I think if going back to the question, if we could add anything in to Omaha, it would be an entertainment industry, a way for us to like expand, our career. Like I mean, I don't know what that would look like. Would that be like? Because Nashville and Austin, they have like big stand-up scenes because it's sort of tied to their music. What we should do? We should talk to Chip Davis.
Yes.
See if
you hopefully didn't hear that first part.
Yo, Chip, Love Bride.
Yeah.
Love Bride, baby.
Right.
Let me do 20 in front of Mannheim Steamroller.
But yeah, okay, so to answer the original question, if I could pick one thing, it could be like maybe you walk down the stairs and there's like a 90-seat little theater.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'd love that.
Do they have, there's nothing really like that, is there?
No, I mean, just one of those, like, just like a small comedy club, like a small one that's just for stand up all the time, like one of the 7 days a week comedy club with small rooms.
Yeah, just something. Yeah, where you mess around and
that'd be great. Yeah, I'd enjoy that. I'd like more stage time.
That and Jobbers Canyon.
Didn't they have one in Lincoln?
They've had things called Jobbers Canyon since then.
Okay.
Because I think that it's covered. They were all like industrial warehouses and stuff.
Oh, so it was a neighborhood.
The old pictures look amazing.
It wasn't a single restaurant.
Yeah, it was that Conagra camp where they have the fountain and everything. Like they tore down a lot.
When was that?
It was mid to late 80s, I think.
Okay. That's why I don't remember it.
Mm-hmm. And my dad was working at the mayor's office at the time. I think the mayor that he was working for was the guy that was like...
Who was that?
Oh,
I don't know.
I think his name might have been Bernie Simon.
Okay. All right. Friggin' Bernie bros.
Bernie Simon told my dad, if anybody's running for office, Bernie Simon told my dad if you hand somebody a pen with your name on it, then that's a vote.
That's it?
I think that's all it takes. Well, that's when truth was real, and I don't know. Things might have changed.
I suppose that's true. Yeah.
Politics might be different now.
Yeah. It's not pen-based.
No.
Politics aren't pen-based anymore. Where is this country going to? Man. All right. Moving on. Stop it. What do you think people should keep in mind as they do their day-to-day?
Probably there are other people around them.
Yeah. That's good. Are you one of the, that situational awareness of other people, it drives me nuts. When people like are on a sidewalk or like in some place and they just stop and like they don't realize they're part of this like flow of people, and it's like you should be able to push them.
Yeah.
Right? You should be able to be like,
totally
out of here.
Right.
Yeah.
Learn.
I don't, but it'd be nice to be like, okay, well you like, because if they were a car and they just suddenly stopped, you could rear them. Maybe their fault.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you're walking, you're the asshole.
Right.
And it's really them. Yeah, it's like you just be aware that there are other people out driving in stores.
Right.
I do wish I could just not care though. We were in the grocery store the other day and there was somebody just parked. There was like a mom and her daughter. They just parked right in the middle of the aisle and took up the whole thing. And instead of being mad, I get jealous.
Yeah.
I'm like, wouldn't that be great? Just to not care at all.
Right.
It's like, whatever. But it also goes into like, I don't know, don't have like giant boogers hanging out of your nose. Don't smell bad. You're going to encounter other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't be talking on your phone real loud. Don't be a dick.
So like self-awareness is a curse.
Yeah.
Like the want to be like, I don't know, because I don't know if I want to be liked or if I want to be completely invisible. Right. You know what I mean? Because like I would prefer to be completely invisible, where no one like had any perception of me at all, so I could like just live my day to day without anyone having a single thought about me or having to hear about that. But like, because if they liked me, then I'd have to hear about if they liked me or not. But if I could just go somewhere and be invisible, phenomenal, you know. And these people, like, everyone's invisible to them, you know. But we're not invisible to each other. Like, I take up space, and that sucks, you know. but I wish I didn't think like that. I wish I didn't think that I could be a hindrance towards people that need to get their pot pies out of the freezer or whatever. Yeah. Because I'm always doing like, I went to the movies with my wife. She put her feet up, and I was like, "Don't stop." And she's like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, it's rude." She's like, I don't fucking care. I'm like,
right.
Oh shit, I should have sworn.
It's comfortable, right?
Yeah. And I was like, that's probably a better way to live, right?
It's gonna be more freeing,
right?
You're not inside your own head as much.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, why'd you do that? I don't, because I wanted to and it felt good.
Yeah. I mean, but maybe that's.
I'd be like, oh, is this upsetting somebody?
But maybe that's the way of thinking that's, you know, indicative of the sort of the social downfall. One would say. I think that's a bit too. That's too much. I think I'm going too far. Saying social, but like, I mean, sort of like that's sort of like what you know. Some people are like, that hurts your feelings. I don't care. Not my problem. It's like, well, it should be your problem. We should care if we hurt feelings, you know, stuff like that. But it'd be nice to be a sociopath.
Well, and those guys, the guys with the F Your Feelings t-shirt, they get real butthurt pretty quick.
Yeah. It's like, your Oakleys aren't that cool.
Right, yeah.
And he's like, what?
Your son's gay. Gah!
All right, one more, and then we got to wrap it up. Oh, yeah. Oh no, it's another water chugging one.
Perfect.
No, it's what's and this is a quick one. What's the best Tom Hanks movie?
Oh, Saving Private Ryan.
All right.
I don't know if it's his best performance, but I think that's the best movie he's been in.
Oh, you're gonna imagine you on the outside of that theater going, oh, you're gonna go land on D-Day. Beep, 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 beep.
No, I haven't watched that in a while because I'll go kind of between like getting on a Godfather kick or like a Saving Private Ryan kick.
Right.
But hey, it is disappointing when like this year I thought The Godfather should have won Best Picture because like that was the best movie I saw this year. And it's see Saving Private Ryan. Like, well, let's give it to them again. Like, it's still better than whatever else is coming out.
Yeah,
he has so many good movies. What would you pick?
I really like Joe versus the Volcano.
Okay,
I really think that's good, and you can see like some of those. Like, there's a part in the '80s where like it got real weird. Like, sort of, I think it like culminated with Tim Burton, but it was before that. It was sort of the people behind the scenes that did that. And it's just a weird little movie. I don't know. I think that's probably the best one. My favorite one, Big's really good. And it's a big catalog. Toy Story, you can put Toy Story in there. It's easy to do.
Do you think anybody would pick Sleepless in Seattle?
I don't know. I hope
Meg
not.
Ryan might.
I mean, what? It's either Sleepless in Seattle or You've Got Mail.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to like more?
Probably Sleepless in Seattle.
Right.
Because You've Got Mail's the whole, hey, it's all, hey, computers.
Oh, no, I changed my answer to The Burbs.
Oh.
Yeah, Joe Dante. Yeah, which is a hilarious movie, and it's like a horror movie, but comedy.
He hasn't had any movies. Has he had a movie lately where he's kind of like the wacky guy?
He stopped being wacky after his first Oscar.
That's too bad.
Yeah, he was.
I'm sure he's still got it in him.
Yeah, good comedic lead.
Yeah. He's great. Bad, like computer guy though. Like in what would you call like the train
computer
movie,
guy?
the Polar Express?
Okay, yeah.
Like that, like add computers, like computer
that's where we're
animated.
going, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was very odd. And I think they tried to do something like that. Again, wasn't he in some? I think he's in some like AI movie now. My wife had it on. It just kind of weirded me out. I didn't really ask too many questions about it.
Oh, the Cloud Atlas? Cloud Atlas?
Maybe. I think it was pretty recent.
The Money Pit. That movie is like, I don't think I've laughed that hard at a movie like while watching it for so long. Great physical comedy. Like Tom Hanks at his wackiest.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Did you watch it recently?
Yeah.
Nice.
It
I'll have to do
holds
that.
up. It's phenomenal. Yeah. All right. Well, we gotta go.
Hey, cool. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah. How can people like find your stuff? Nick Salins.
NickSounds.com. You can hear me every day on the Todd and Tyler Radio Empire. And you're on wherever podcasts are. I'm working on relaunching mine. But yeah, NickSalins.com.
All right. And just a reminder that you can submit questions to this podcast. Go to stopitpod.com and you can find our YouTube channel, all the places to listen to this. And now there's a contact form where you could just submit questions. You know, if you are bored and you have not a lot going on, think of some questions. You know, makes my job easier. I'll even put your name on them. If you put your name on them, like, hey, this was asked by Tony. That could be, you could be Tony. And then, you know, like dozens of people could know that you've asked a question. So you've been watching Stop It with Zach Peterson. Now you can stop it.